Alright, here we go, the final chapter. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. We are here to watch Droid Breakout Episode 3, the final chapter of the David Up saga.
Yeah, I'll be real, like, I think this series so far has been enjoyable for what it was. I don't think it's the greatest, like, Star Wars fan series I've ever seen, but for what it is, I like it. And yeah, part 3 is going to have the lightsaber fight that I've known about since last year. Cole showed me he didn't show me the entire thing, but he showed me, like, an unfinished version of it, and I thought, like, wow, this actually looks really cool. That's what got me interested in this fan film to begin with, and it's time to see the full thing done. So, yeah, I'm ready to watch.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, and Pinky. Oh, okay. Already getting into it. Wait. Wait a minute, is that BB-9E?
Who's that?
Yeah, it's a B. He was the black BB-8 in The Last Jedi.
He doesn't really look all that black.
Well, yeah, but it looks like the same model.
The crystal that lies inside to bring order to the galaxy. I will be the one who leads it.
Sir, if I could interject. On the planet, he has the Force.
The Force.
It could be better.
How you know?
Yeah.
He used it on me before we.
I will say though, the Michael hologram isn't that bad though.
Oh no, the Michael hologram's pretty good.
If what you say is true, he must perish.
Perhaps I have a plan.
Man, at least make yourself sound like you're a stormtrooper, not just a voiceover.
Yeah, the voice could have been a lot better. It's fine. It's just no one's getting scared by that thing.
I have your droid. If you want him back, meet me at these coordinates on your planet. I will meet you soon.
Some sound effects are missing there.
I have your droid. Now it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
BB-8, help me out here a little.
Wait, so BB-8 just had a lightsaber on him the entire time? What?
Hey, I guess R2 did.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't know. Whatever.
I see you're sensitive to the Force. Oh, how unfortunate you're on the wrong side. I sense no conflict in you. How about we fix that?
I already know
I
what you're
kinda
gonna
wish I could-
say. I already know what you're gonna say. We'll say it when this is done.
Pinky versus Wolven. Who's gonna win this fight?
No. Won't let you take it.
That saber belongs to me.
Come get it. Hey, Ultra Saber, let's go.
Ooh, there's some dialogue up there. I could tell.
So he impaled him.
I don't know.
Make sure that my empire.
There was no sound effect. Like it looked like it based on how Michael was acting.
Bye, my friend.
What? the Resistance.
And BB takes off.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
I'll be real. I already saw this video before the reaction, so yeah. What are your thoughts? Let's start off with the cons, and then we'll go with the pros.
All right, the cons. So yes, Shady. I was gonna say something. I'm gonna re-edit that fucking lightsaber fight.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, and it's kind of weird, and because I've talked to Cole about it, and David was really reluctant with the sound. Like he genuinely thought like a lot of it sounded like particular, like he was very particular with how certain things wanted to sound. But I know recently he reached out to Cole to like redo the sound, which is really weird because I reached out to David earlier, like said, hey man, I do sound. I would love to like really like beef up the way this movie sounds because in some places it sounds flat a little bit.
Yeah.
And
like a lot of those saber sound effects I would not have used for like specific points.
Not even like the saber sound effects, but like for example, let me pull it up here. It was like the hologram, for example. Like we could have like the transmission come in and the transmission go out, like a little sound there, like small little things like that that will make your world feel alive. And another piece of criticism that I'll mention is there has to be some footage missing because it really does feel like, and I can't really pinpoint out what, it feels like 2 or 3 minutes of story was just cut. It feels kind of rushed. It feels like some dialogue just kind of, it feels like things just happen, but there was kind of a lack of reason as to why they happened. Okay, why did the Resistance show up? Did they just show up because BB-8 sent a distress signal? Did they show up because they just happened to be there? Like, and maybe I'm missing something from like another part, but for me, it just kind of, it's convenient. And I would say another thing too is BB-8 going into hyperspace by the very end. While conceptually it's a very good thing, it kind of makes BB-8 seem like a bit of a bitch to leave his friend behind, if you ask me. Like, I get the noble sacrifice thing. I do.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
It's just, you know what, honestly, while you were talking, I think this is actually the worst part of the entire show. And yeah, like I'll be real. So like, granted, I might have just gone in with the wrong kind of expectation because I was hoping this fight would be longer than that. Like, for what it was cool, but I do feel like it could have been better in some ways. I feel like you're cutting off. Hello?
No, I'm here. It's like, sorry to cut you off like that. It's just like, I do feel like there are some pros here. One of the pros being like, cinematography wise, for the live action stuff, it's solid. It's really, really well shot. And the animations itself looks sick. I do feel like, especially since I know you had a practical BB-8, there were some shots that just didn't need to be animated. Like, for example, BB-8 just kind of rolling up and hiding behind some rocks. I felt like that could be practical. It felt weird to see BB-8 just kind of practical in one shot from his super close up and his eyes to just rolling randomly. I don't know. Like, I get maybe it was for like a practical reason, like maybe you wanted it to flow like a certain way. For me, it took me out. Yeah. But I get what you were trying to convey.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, back to my point though, like, the lightsaber fight for what it was fine. I do feel like it could have been longer and a little better in some ways. But I do feel like with the episode as a whole, the opening kind of felt rushed. Like, oh, like we're immediately cutting to BB-8 in prison, and then all of a sudden, like it kind of just felt like the whole interaction between Michael and Cole, it felt forced. It's like, oh yeah, I have your droid. Time for you to come fight me and get him if you want to see him. You know, like I feel like there could have been more build up there.
Yeah.
And then even during the fight, there were some sound effects missing, like, you know, the force push. I'm pretty sure Michael stabbed Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
And then
like,
and then BB-8 just taking off like that and going to hyperspace and then just ending it there just felt very anticlimactic and kind of cheap, if I'm being honest. Like, that's not how I would have ended it. But when it comes to pros, though, I do think the Michael animation was cool. The lightsaber VFX were like Shady, you were criticizing Cole's VFX in Unknown Plumber with the lightsabers, but here they look great. Like, I don't know what it was.
Actually, Cole kind of explained it to me. He just said it was just kind of like the way we shot our white balance, like overexposure kind of played a part into that.
Okay.
But here, I thought they were amazing, if I'm being completely honest. I think this is like probably, out of the whole Xanderbrow crew, the best looking lightsabers out of all of us.
Yeah. So that's how I would grade. If I had to rank episode 3, I'd probably give it, honestly, a 5 out of 10. It's mid.
Yeah.
I think, like honestly, I think this series is kind of like how, like, for most people, the sequel trilogy went, where it started off good, it got kind of and then it just got kind of got a little bad, you know.
If I had to like kind of, I guess, give my take on this, cinematography wise, and you know, overall, for just the sake of it being fun, this was a fun ride, and a great visual display of your visual effects. I will say, I will say, unfortunately, the narrative could have been better. And from what I understand from behind the scenes, I understand that there wasn't really a script. But I will also say, like, for the story that was there, it was solid. It makes sense. Like, BB-8 had to make it back to the Resistance.
Yeah.
I just feel like if I had to critique one thing, it's two things. I hate how things are just not resolved with Michael and Cole, and I hate that BB-8 ran away instead of doing what I think BB-8 would have done, which is to stay behind and help this friend like a hero.
Yeah, it's just like, watching this entire series, I could definitely tell that, like, there was more, like, this show had more of a focus on VFX and cinematography versus, like, telling a story and, you know, and focusing on character development. Like, I could tell that was the focus, and, like, that's, you know, that's fine. Like, if that's what you want to do, great. But it's just for me personally, it's great when you have the perfect balance for, you know, all those things. But that being said, David, I think for what it was a fun watch. I would love to see what you do next. Don't take what I say too personally. It's, you know, it's what we do here.
Yeah, ditto here. And it, like, just keep in mind that everything that we're saying, it's nothing more than just to help you improve. We like you as a person. But from what I understand from the making of the show, conversations I've had with Cole, and other factors, I do feel like there were aspects of this film that could have been better, and something that could have been worth considering was maybe outside help as well. I know me and Cole have talked about that, and I would love to see what the full film looks like and what improvements you do with it. I would love to see how
Yeah.
Cole helps you with the final cut of this film. And I do know, and I've talked to Cole about this, that there is missing footage from this show, and I would be curious later down in life, like, what could have been had everything been applied to what this was. For the legacy of BB-8, it's a great visual display, but unfortunately, if just from the bottom of my heart, it does leave something to be desired.
Definitely.
I look forward to seeing what you accomplish later in the future. I look forward to working with you, and I'd be very curious to talk to you privately about this too. But just know, for what it is, I am proud of you. But know, from a great place of sincerity, never stop striving to improve. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything I said, I'm very proud of you for putting this out.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, so I think with that being said, I'm ready to end it off. You got anything else to add?
Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to David Utt, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Peace out up in here.